It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley is here, and he's going to start us off today with a lesson in modern health philosophy. Tell us about your start to the day.
Ice cold shower.
Ice cold shower.
Wake up, did my little workout, about 15, 20 minutes of lifting, then jumped into an ice cold. I'm talking about freezing cold shower, and it's miserable. It's painful because you don't, your body's not used to it, but it wakes you up.
Really?
And it keeps you alert. It's supposed to be good for your circulatory and your cardiovascular system. So
where did you learn about this?
I read it somewhere. I thought, and I've heard of other people doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to give this a shot. And so far, I'm as awake at 7 or 8:30 in the morning as I ever am.
Wow.
So, it's like I said, for 2 minutes, it's a little painful, but your body actually acclimates to it probably about 90 seconds in.
Yeah.
And so it's not as bad maybe the last 30 seconds as it is the first 90. But it worked this morning, so
really?
This might become a regular thing.
Did you now? Was this a full-on soap up shower and all that kind of stuff?
Really?
Soaped
up too. Yeah.
How about that? What kind of soap?
Oh God, Oil of Olay or Caress? Oil of Olay. Yeah. The body bar with bath oil, man.
Really?
That's how I roll. Absolutely. What?
Sorry.
What?
No, you left me no other option. Men don't use Oil of Olay.
Yes, we do.
Men don't use Oil of Olay. What is wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me at all.
You got dropped on your head. Turn around.
What?
Yeah, see, that's where you got dropped on your head. I can see the marks right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You see nothing.
Why would you even have Oil of Olay soap in the house?
Because I like the smell of it. And I like it's got moisturizer, so you don't get out, even if you're like me and you don't maybe rinse as well as you should. You're not all itchy afterwards. So it's Oil of Olay is great.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a nickel's worth of free advice.
What?
On your way home today, I want you to stop and buy yourself an 8-pack of Irish Spring.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I've got
that's
Coast.
What you're gonna do. No, listen.
No.
I know what I'm talking. Listen carefully. You're going to get yourself an 8-pack of Irish Spring.
No.
You're going to start washing with that. You're going to forego these little interwebs things that, I'm here to tell you what. Al Gore didn't invent the internet so you could read about taking cold showers in the morning, okay? What you need to do is take your shower at night. When you wake up in the morning,
I take a bubble bath at night.
No, you don't. You don't. Oh, by the way.
What?
Last night, everybody's posting pictures of Steely Dan at Van Andel Arena. So I took a picture of mine. It's about 4 years old of me in a hot tub. And I'm like, hey, here's a picture of me not at Steely Dan. And you know our buddy Jeff Sipsick?
Yeah.
Jeffrey owns the salon in Grand Rapids there.
Yeah.
He posts underneath and he goes, wow, look at you go in the bubble bath. And I could just hear him saying that. It was so funny. And I'm like, dude, hot tub. Hot tub, man. I'm in a hot tub.
I love Jay. He is so cool.
Isn't he great?
He's the gayest of all the gays, and he's awesome.
Just the greatest guy ever.
He is just so cool.
Love Jeff. Anyway, get yourself some Irish Spring. Stop using Oil of Olay. And
I do go with Coast, the eye opener from time to time. That stuff's good too.
Second-rate
Oil
soap.
of Olay.
Second-rate soap. Second-rate. Get yourself some Irish Spring.
No.
You'll thank me later.
Not happening.
Start your newscast.
All right, let's do it.
Brought to you by Irish Spring.
A North Korean official has reaffirmed the rogue nation's commitment to developing a long-range intercontinental ballistic missile capable of reaching the east coast of the United States. He went on to say they are not interested in diplomacy until that goal is reached. Quote, we want to send a clear message that the DPRK has a reliable defensive and offensive capability to counter any aggression from the U.S. Good luck with that.
It's getting ugly with that bunch.
I don't think it's getting any uglier. It's just the same ugly as it was before. But anyway, just shake your head and move on.
Okay.
NBC is, for the moment, standing by news president Noah Oppenheim. Oppenheim is accused of stopping an investigation into scandalized producer Harvey Weinstein. Oppenheim, who moonlights as a screenwriter in Hollywood, allegedly spiked a story that would have outed Weinstein's sexual harassment and alleged assaults months before stories were published that derailed Weinstein's career. So, I mean, this is one of those things that it's one thing. You got all these actors looking the other way. They had careers to think about. But when you've got the president of a news division doing this, allegedly stopping stories or spiking stories, whatever you want to call it, I mean, a lot of the news media has a bit of a credibility problem with some viewers anyway.
Right.
This does not help. I don't know how this guy stays head of NBC. I like Stan. I don't root for anybody to get fired. But when you're a news organization and something like this comes out, I mean, I don't see how this is any different from Dan Rather at CBS or from Brian Williams at NBC. When something like this happens, regardless of what they may, all the good things they may have done in the news organization in the past, this comes down to your credibility, and you're not credible as a news organization if this guy stays head of that division.
Weinstein gets fired, Trump got elected. They're the same scumbag.
No, they're not.
Dude.
They're not the same scumbag. I will agree, because none of this has come out. If this comes out against Trump, I will say 100%. That hasn't come out. That hasn't come out. There's a difference between what Weinstein has done and Trump talking about stuff with Billy Bush.
Okay, yeah.
They'll let you do this. They'll let you do that. Not I'm forcing myself or I'm doing this with a potted plant. I mean,
dude, I'm here to tell you. I mean,
there is a difference.
You know, I'm right, and one got elected, and one got. I'm not excusing the behavior of either. Okay, no, deplorable on either. One got elected, one got ran out of the country. That's all I have to say about that. Move on to your next story.
All right. What else is happening? There is a growing concern over drone drops at Michigan prisons. Items like cell phones, drugs, and weapons are being dropped from drones into prison yards, putting inmates and corrections officers at risk. There have been 5 confirmed drones over Michigan prisons since May, including one in Ionia. That incident led to 3 arrests. I guess there was also, this has been going on at other prisons across the country. I guess one prisoner in, I think it was South Carolina, a drone dropped some tin snips, and he was able to break out of prison that way.
Kidding.
So this is becoming a more and more prevalent. And I guess the interesting thing with this is like the when it comes to drones, like that's a federal issue.
Yeah.
That's not a state issue. So like Lansing can't do a whole lot about that from a legal standpoint right now. So we'll have to wait and see how prison officials, how authorities try to combat this, because right now it's a legal issue that they really can't do anything about legally right now.
I flew. Yeah, you can. If you're flying a drone into a prison and you're trying to drop something off that can help somebody escape, I mean, that's aiding and abetting and accomplice, and there's all kinds of things there. But long ago, went to the Ionia Free Fair, and remember when that was a thing? They gave me a hot air balloon ride, and that was the first and only time I did that. We flew right up over the Ionia prison, and you bring up, they flew over the Ionia prison with this thing. Kind of just made me remember that, and I just kept thinking, God, what if we landed in the prison yard? Oh, we'll be stuck in the prison. I just know it. And then I realized I'd never fly in a hot air balloon again, ever. Because that basket's just held on with buttons.
Yeah, that to me, I don't like heights anyway. Yeah. I would be curled up in the fetal position at the bottom of the basket. Just, did we land yet? Did we land? I would have my eyes closed the entire time. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I do not want to look out. I don't want to see anything. The idea of that freaks me out.
We should arrange you a hot air balloon ride.
No,
past that.
No, won't do it.
We should.
will not do that.
Yeah,
ever.
we can. Let's get you a hot air balloon ride.
No. I remember having years ago when I was working, doing part-time work for a Grand Rapids radio station, having to go up in an apple picker with the late great Allison Hart.
Oh yeah,
a lovely woman, great lady, but she kept messing with the apple picker because she knew I was afraid of heights, going up and down. And I don't want to say I was on the verge of tears, but I was on the verge of losing something.
I'd have paid to be there. That would have been fun.
Oh, that was not pleasant. A former elementary school in Muskegon Heights has been transformed into low-cost housing.
Wow.
Theodore Roosevelt Elementary served generations of kids for 81 years before being shut down in 2010. It will now reopen in the coming weeks as supportive housing for homeless and affordable housing for people living below 60% of the area's median income.
Nice.
Applicants will be chosen based on need and referred by Community Express, a Christian development organization working in Muskegon. So that's very good that you don't have a building like this not being used. It's great that they are able to get some use out of it and do some good for some people, who are obviously suffering some difficult times. So
love it.
That's very good. Very cool. Sports, Tampa Bay over the Red Wings, 3-2. Yankees hammered Houston in Game 3 of their playoff series, 8-1. Houston still leads that series 2-1. The Cubs back in action tonight. They're down 2-0. I think the Cubs fan. If you're a Cubs fan, are you that nervous? I mean, you won the World Series. It's been over a century. Are you just able to enjoy the playoff ride, or are you still nervous watching the Cubs? I don't know.
We were watching the Houston game last night, and it was weird because we've got 2 Houston Astros autographed baseballs here. Mm-hmm. A couple of years ago, I decided I was going to collect autographed baseballs from the Tigers. And we've got a Verlander ball, and we've got a Cameron Maybin ball.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Astros now. Yeah, that's cool.
And we'll see what the Cubbies can do tonight. Tennessee beats the Colts in Monday Night Football, 36-22. That's sports.
We'll get you a hot air balloon ride by the end of the week.
No.
Yes.
Not happening.
It'll be fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.